Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Your Excellency, Mr. Bahrenurdin, as the lecturer of this course, Book Report course. So here I am Marliani Widia Putri from 6th semester of English Literature. In here I would like to review or tell the novel that I used for fulfill the book report course. So here we go. So in here I take the William Faulkner novels under the title As I Lie Dying. So this novel was published in 1935 in London. These books are really great and really famous at that time. So about the character in this novel is there is a Bundern family, there is a Eddie Bundern, there is a Ans Bundern, Cass Bundern, Dorl Bundern, Del Bundern, Ferdinand Bundern, Joel Bundern. Actually, Joel is Joel Bundern, Fernando Coratel, and Whitfield. So, continue for the character. First, I would like to tell about the Dark Bundern. Dark Bundern is a male. So here, Darl Bundern is the one character who are smart but crazy. He can predict how everyone's secrets. He able to understand private things about the life of the people around him. So in this moment, Darl Bundern are really like a aware with something, and also all of the people around him like a little bit like a worry about him because Bundern know everything about them. Like the Bundern family also feel suspicious to Bundern. They worry that that Bundern will tell everyone about their secret, about their privacy. So in this time, they the creator or the writer tell that he is weird. I found the paragraph in here like I always said Dor was different from those other. I always said he was the only one of them that had his mother's nature and any natural affection. Actually, it's not really weird, but every character in this novel think that he's weird and he's need help for these things. And also, he has a bad characteristic. I found it from the book. It was Dor, the one that falls say it's queer, lazy, pottering about the place no better than ants, with Cass, a god carpenter, and always more building than he can get around to, and Joel always doing something that made him some money or got him take about, and take near naked girls always standing over Eddie with a fan so that every time a body tried to talk to her and cheer her up, would answer for her right quick, like she was trying to keep anybody from coming near her at all. So in this part, when the court this is when Cora thinks about Bundern's family, like they average about the Bundern's family, and she told that Bundern is a uh, like a describe have a bad characteristic, and also he loves love his mother. In this moment, I have a part that show that Dorn Bundern loved his mother. It was Dorn. He come to the door and stood there, looking at his dying mother. He just looked at her and left the boundless love of the Lord again and his mercy. So actually there is many part that shown that Darbunder loved his mother. Then there's a Joel as a male in this this is a male character. He is a communicative character, but Joel also carried Eddie. Eddie is the mother, right? Because actually Eddie is his mother. Joel Joel is a bastard child from Whitefield and Eddie. So it's like a plot twist actually. Like Joel is not the biologist children from the ants and Eddie. So like Eddie is cheating with Whitefield. So the characters of Joel here is first not paying attention to the appearance. Like I found this in the novel. Anyone watching us from the cotton house can see Joel's frayed and broken straw heart, a full head above on my own. Like they didn't uh, like a Joel didn't think about how to do like how he have to look like, but he also care. Like he ever say that? Well, Joel say you can quiet now if you got a plenty. Like they care. Like Joel care and like he please uh press Carl to quiet now if you got a plenty. He said like that, and also Joel feel annoyed but can only crumble in the heart. Like he he is a he is a person who are like a introvert person, and he cannot talk like say everything that he wants, or he think he need to talk, but he only save everything on his heart. Like these things like ingress right on that dam. Joel says he say it harshly, savagely, but he does not say the word. Like a little boy in the dark of file his courage, and suddenly aghast in the silence by his own noise. Like that. Like I'm so sad about Joel. Then there's a Ernst Bundern, a male character in this novel. So Ernst Bundern here is the head of the Bundern family, and is a poor farmer afflicted with a hunchback whose intrigue are overwhelmingly selfish. His poor children's skills seems to be largely responsible for his children's various predicaments, alternately hate and disrespect by his children. So poor, right? And not less such as in achieving his two great goals in one fell swoop, burying his dead wife in her hometown of Jefferson, and also acquiring a new set of false teeth. Then there is Gus Bundern male. Bundern, he is a male, and he is the eldest Bundern children and skilled carpenter. So Cass is the first child of Bundern family, and he is a carpenter. So actually, he who made the box of his mother. Then there is a Dewey Del Bundern. He is a female character, and here he is the only Bundern's daughter. So Bundern's family only have one daughter, and he is Dewey. And Dewey Del is 17, and a recent sexual experience has left her pregnant, increasingly desperate. She find her mind occupied exclusively with her pregnancy. pregnancy infuse all men with varying degrees of suspicion. So in this time, the way in here is really sad because of his mother dies, but in this time, the Widia is more worries about her privacy, about her secret that she is already pregnant. Now, in that moment, the only one who are known that the way is pregnant is only Dor. So that's why the way really obsessed with Dora to keep her secret in the middle of the and also in the middle of the way to burying his mother, Addie. The way try many times to abort his her pregnant, so she don't want to be pregnant, so that's why it's really privacy for the way. So that's why this is one of why Dora really in dangers, I think. And also there is a Ferdinand Bundern as the youngest of the Bundern children, so it's the last children of Bundern's family. So a thoughtful and innocent child. So in the novel, the writer described the Ferdinand is think that his mother is died just like his fish that he caught at that time too. I mean at that day. So that's really explain why and how innocent Ferdinand. And also there is Fernando. Fernando is a male character in this novel. Fernando is the Bunder's way wealthier neighbors, so it's both a critic of an unpredict and unappreciated help to the Bunder's family. He hires Dor, Joel, and Cass for odd job and help the family cross the river in spite of its overt hostility toward him. So I can say that Ferdinand is a good guy. And also Ferdinand has a family, has a wife called Cora Tull. He is a female, and in this novel, the writer described that Cora is grateful person because I find a part that say that it will expect the same of the for myself, but thank God it will be faces of my love kin, my blood and flesh. For in my husband and children I have been more blessed than most trials thought they have been at times. So it's really grateful because they are like a effort between her life and also Adi's life and also religious. I in here there is I should hope so. I have tried to live right in the sight of the God and man for the honor and comfort for my Christian husband and also and love and respect for my Christian children. And this part, Cora really proud to be Christian and also and have a Christian family. It really looks religious, right? And also at some part are also they all always like a thank God and thank God. Like a really show that he's a religious. She is a religious, sorry. Then there is Whitfield as the male character in this novel. He is a local minister held up by Corato and principal of PT. When Whitefield is in fact of create his affair with Addis result in Joel's conception and talk with Phil resolved to the confess that affair to ends, and he ends up deciding that the mere intention to confess will do just as well. So that those are the character, and this I use diagram to explain. I mean, sorry. This is the how the relationship between uh Anne Danny and every character in this novel. So Anne and Eddie in here is a married couple. They have Cash, Darl, Dewey, and Ferdinand as their children. Actually, they think that Joel is also their children, like Anne's and Eddie children. But actually, Eddie has a relation out of marriage with Whitefields. Then Joel actually Whitewell's son. So there is some part that Dor think like a image think that Joel is not their biologist brother. He think that. And also about the synopsis of the novel. So actually the synopsis of the novel is Eddie Blunder and the wife of Anne Blunder and the matter of the poor Southern family is very ill. In this time, the Eddie is expected to die soon. Her oldest son, Gas, put all of his carpentry skills into preparing her coffin, the box for place the dead body, then which he built right in front of Eddie's bedroom windows. Although Eddie's health is fading rapidly, two of her sons, Dor and Joel, uh, leave town to make a delivery for the Barner's neighbor. Fernando, whose wife and two daughters have been trading to Eddie. Shortly after Dor and Joel's leave, Eddie dies. Then daughter have been trading to the youngest brother child. Furthermore, associate his mother death with that of a fish he caught and cleaned earlier that day. With some help, case complete that coven just before dawn. Ferdinand is troubled by the face in his mother is nailed shut instead as box. While others sleep, he bores that holes in the lid, two of which go through his mother's face. Addis and his daughter, the Widia, whose recent sexual relation with a local farmhand named Liv have left her pregnant. So it's so over the scientist, so that's why it's really kinda like that. Endor, who are notorious much of his first section, returns his jaws a few days later, and the presence of buzzards over their house lets them know their mother is dead. On seeing his sight, Dor sardonically research Joel, who is repeatedly perceived and ungraceful and uncaring that he can assure his beloved horse is not dead. Edith has made Anne's promise that she will be buried in the town of Jefferson, and though his request is far more complicated proposition that burying her at home, Anne sensed that obligation combined with his desire to buy set of false teeth compels him to fulfill Edith's dying wish. Uh, on the first night of the journey, the Bonders stay at the home of generous local family who regret the Bonders' mission of skepticism due of surfer flooding the mine bridge leading over the local river have been flooded or washed away, and when the star long upset, the wagon of the coffin is knocked out. Case broke legs it, and in the next day, the Bonders arrive in Jefferson and bury Eddie. Rather than face a lawsuit for dark criminal burning, then the burners claim that Dark is insane and give him to a pair of men who commit him to a Jackson mental institution. And also the Widia tried again to buy a narcotic drug to the local pharmacy where boxing behind the counter claims to be a doctor and trick her into exchanging sexual service for that the son realizes is not an actual aborting drugs. The following morning, the children are greeted by their father who support a new set of false teeth and with a mixture of shame and pride, introducing them to his new bride, a local woman he meets while borrowing souls with which to bury Eddie. From this thing, I know it's really dark. I mean, like, everyone have their own desire. Also, they have their privacy, and also everyone will go like will do everything about their desire. Everybody has their own way to get their desire, right? I just very sad with this story. And about the issue that pretend in his novels, first about the marriage family. So in his novels tells about how is Eddie's marriage with ends and how her relationship with Whitefield it's really sad to say that this this problem or this case is often happen in this world, like in Indonesia too, in our social society. There are many things. It's like open our eyes. Then there's a social issue that trust and privacy has a big impact. Absolutely, it's really have a big impact. Like a like a people can do everything about bury their privacy or their secret, right? Okay, maybe that's all from me. I'm so sorry for every my mistake that I made. Uh, maybe that's all. The last I say, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.